Ken Lamadia.
Hi. Oh my gosh, Mount Fuji's in front of my face. Mount Fuji. Also not doing Mikata. I'm totally so prepared for this stream, guys. I'm totally so prepared for this stream, guys. Check out how prepared I am. I'm like uber super duper prepared. They call me Mr. Pratt. Big E. I'm large and in charge. What is that? Hello. Hey, hi, how are you? My name's Kalamati from another world. And today, I'm going to be making a map for D&D. Except, instead of like, what I normally do, right, is I like use a map making like a resource. But I've always had this issue. Where like basically I've had this issue where everything sucks. I've had this issue where everything sucks and nothing's the way I want it to be. Right? Like I'll be like using these map making tools and like I'm really appreciative of the art that's been made for me to use. Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, but I kind of am. Because it's not what I want. I'm always like fiddling around like, oh man, if only this was like this. And then the thought occurred to me, Ken Lamadia, you can pick up a pen and write your own delivery. Or in this case, draw your own map. So I'm gonna try to do that today. It might go terribly wrong. Terribly bad. I have no idea how to do rendering. I have no idea how to do coloring, rendering. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll make it like look super pretty. At the end. Maybe this is how I'll like become a god at rendering. It'll be like not because I made a VTuber model. I mean, have you seen it? Not because I doodle a lot of tokens for NPCs in my D&D camp. Not because I like drawing OCs and I have like a million OCs. And if I were to talk about my OCs, it would be like enough for a 24-hour stream. Not because of that either. No, because I wanted to make a map for D&D. That's why I'm gonna become the god of rendering. Maybe it could happen. It could happen. You never know what will happen. Yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna get a couple inches back. So you know, a smart thing that I've done before all this is like actually plug in my drawing tablet. Might have been smart. Oh my god. Your best promotion died. Your best promotion died. Go to hell. Go to hell before you die. That's the best promotion you could get. Go to heck before you heck. What the heck? Ugh. There is like kind of a time limit. Oh god, why am I framing? Why frame? There we go. Because I turned on my Twitch has normal background music today because I didn't turn on like off or anything. Also, you were on my face. I felt like you were staring down at me to take my lunch money. Yeah, give it up. Dude, where's the lunch? Pay up. Buy a sub right now. Gift sub right now. Give me the gift sub. Put the gift subs in the back. Put the dono in the back. Exclamation point donation. Right now. Right now, I need money for Arknight pulls. I need money for Arknight pulls. I need money for a lot of things. I probably wouldn't spend it on Arknight pulls. I'll be truthful. like maybe if it was an Arknight stream though, maybe. If it was an Arknight stream, I am legally obligated to spend it in Arknight. It's like the code, you know? How big should I make the canvas? I have an idea of how big I should make. What I'm gonna do is called borrowing an official city map from D&D 5e, and that will give me a reference point for how big I should make. What sucks also is I can't just like I mean I could use a D&D map like that's made by Woat, but like one also pre-made maps are not the same issue as before. Oh wow, my thing's still up from before. Hey, cool. I didn't even have to set it back up. Oh no, that's gonna open critters. That's gonna open critter, isn't it? That's gonna bang open that critter. I guess I should have made my category art. Oh well. Is anyone gonna report me to the police? Is anyone going to file a police report against me now? Because I did this. I'm committing a crime. I wanna hide this just in case, because I am definitely paranoid. I also realized I didn't turn my freaking back on. What if I just don't? What if I just don't this whole stream? I just say no redeems for you. Well, I didn't turn on my YouTuber. My modeling. All the other redeems. I still need to make the other Tails one. I still need to do that. I'll do that at some point. For sure. I don't know when. Eventually. Sure. I still need to do that. What am I doing? Can Lamadia get back on track? Get back on track, pal. That's our thing. That's our thing. We're gonna make this map look very pretty. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna look bad. Dude, it's gonna look so bad. Dude, it's gonna look so bad. Alright. And then as a handy dandy tool for reference, you're going to and just like copy paste it into this thing. Boom. Fog. Look guys, we did it. Look guys, we did it. 18 minutes into stream, we're already done. I wish. Unfortunately, this is just a reference. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? 18-minute stream, done. Didn't get out. Be beautiful. I want to color pick and steal. So, I do want to rob this thing's color. Because I like this color right here. Gosh. Apply the freaking thing. Alright. What's gonna be the hardest for me, I think. What's gonna be the hardest for me, right? Is everything. Everything's gonna be hard. Because I am terrible. Like, what? That looks great. What like my thing is with making maps. Doing any art really is sometimes I have trouble getting out what I see in my head in like a way that's what I see in my head. Does that make sense? I think it does. I think that's an understandable statement. I have trouble getting the things in my head out of my head in a way that communicates what was in my head when I did. Use this brush and look at that. My frames are loving. I'll tell you that much. So, my idea for this setting is because that's gonna have a sort of a triangle. So let me draw that triangle. Let me use the shape tool to create our triangle. Oh. Two. Oh, let's create up this. I want the polyline, the polycule. There we go. I didn't realize it would fill it. Where's the do not fill? Do not fill. Do not come. Alright. Alright. I need to like pick up my drawing tablet so I can have proper posture. It's crazy. That's the only thing I don't like about art streams. Is that I like have to look down at my tablet because I have like a tablet with a screen, and my brain can't hand-eye coordinate when I'm looking at my monitor and drawing, and so like my face just kind of goes. Whatever. I look down. I'm like, no. Everyone's gonna think I look stupid. Everyone's gonna say, "Come on, Ladia, you're a big dummy. You're a big dummy who looks dumb." All right. Maybe make this triangle a little smaller. Gonna outside of it. No. Bigger. Bigger, and I like the idea of having like how this plays. Our reference, our beautiful little reference. I don't know if you can see my cursor that well behind me, but my beautiful reference has this nice river. I kind of want one of those. I want one of those, so we're gonna put it in. I'm just borrowing their color palette, dude. I like their color palette. I like the cut of it. Very nice palette for a map. Like light blue. And I want the pixel that's good. Funny, it looks like you get Goomba stomped. It's just They keep stomping me. Say, help me! I'm being Goomba stomped. So this. I have a nice brush for that. Ooh, what is this? Whoa, that's awesome. That's a cool brush. I like it. I'm actually the brush. That might actually be a good brush. That might be the brush I like. And to create this river. A bit smaller than that. There we go. Nice little stream that cuts through it. Beautiful. And then so I want to make like a wall around it. So let's look. Let's look at how they construct a wall. Make a wall look like a wall. This is so easy. I just have to make like a line, and then like put a line in the middle of it, and then put a line on top of that. This is so easy, dude. Why never I done this before? Why have I never done this before? This is so easy. Making it look good, that's the hard part. It's making it look good that's gonna be the hard part. Let's use the mapping pen. What better pen to use than the mapping pen? I think it's fun if I use the line tool for like the wall, right? I'm acting like there's laws and rules against using the line tool. You can't use the line tool. It's illegal. It's a crime. Probably fine if I use either way. So I kind of like how the city's wall, like this city's wall, and the reference that we're using is a little messed up. Not messed up, but like a little like angular and weird. I'm a fan of it, personally. We need to, important thing to remember, we need to leave open spots for like things. Like this is probably gonna be like a bridge overlooking it, and I'll probably have like a gate that closes. Is what I'm imagining. My envisioning. Like it would be like that. It would be interesting. That's the first area of the wall. The very first line of the wall. We did it, chat. We're making so much progress. We're gonna have this map done in no time. Okay. I might make the triangle bigger, but I don't know about that yet. I might make it bigger. Because as it stands, there's a lot of area on the outside, and I don't think that's gonna be a too much of a focus. How is it going, Michi? I don't know if I said that. I think I was too caught up in my lines and walls. How is you? God, what have I done? How that look like that, and I can messes with it later. Did I go into polyline? I wanted to go to just straight. That's actually what I want to be in. This is the issue. Maybe I did want to be polyline. Maybe I didn't want to be polyline. When you're winning, making that city? Yeah. I don't know about winning. How do you win at making something? I guess you successfully create it. And there should be like do a curve like that for that line, so that we know where we want to make the entrance gate for the sticker. That should be one of them. This wall definitely looks a little fun, but it's okay because this is like an outline for the wall. Even though previously I said this was going to be the wall. It's like an outline for the wall, you know? It's not like the final product or anything. You know what's crazy? Even using the line tool, I can barely make a straight line. Man. This guy's struggling. Okay, I think, make like another entrance to town, like right here. There can be a path into town. And then, there be 3? This place has 3. This city has 3. We can do 3. Okay. So there we go. then I sort of wanted to, like, my main idea of this city was I wanted to have 3 towers at each of the points of this triangle. So, like, probably all look similar. I'm gonna look up bird's eye tower designs. I'm gonna look up tower design. Hopefully I don't get too much AI bullcrap. I just want, like, inspo for tower, you know? Bird eye. Not the twin towers. Not the twin towers, man. Oh man. How would I show that a tower has a spire? I do kind of want to know how a spire. I think spires are cool. I just don't know how I would do a spire from a bird's eye view. Would it just be like a pinpoint at the top of it? I think I have like the idea of it, like making it kind of a bit darker. Yeah. This is a cool design piece out there. Spiral at the top. Yeah, it's like the rough sketch phase. Making your mom. Impossible. She's already been there. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Sir. There we go. 3 towers. Then like there should be like a gatehouse sort of thing. Maybe they also opens like this. You have methods for dead mo- Why? Why did? What the fuck, Souffle? I think we need to put Souffle in timeout again. Place has too many crazy stuff. Gay. Souffle. I don't even know what prompted this. You're insane. You are a crazy person. I need you to be aware that I think you are insane. And I know what you're probably gonna say in response to that. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Okay. Willing to give up your arm and your leg, and your little brother's body for all that? It's impossible. Human transmutation is impossible. No, the thing you bring back won't even be what you're trying to bring. Little brother, that's an insane. Lock this guy up. Lock this guy up for the sake of society. Society is in danger. Society is in danger, dude. There's a reason I've been relegated to living in the corn. They don't want you living anywhere near real people. They're scared. It's a terrifying thought. There's another on the hill. Pointing at one. We should put it right next to the gate. Wait. Shouldn't put it right next to the gate. Like, they're out here being Katarina to full. Who is that? You're just making up names. Okay. I don't know who it is. About you making up names. Yeah, I want to make this a little bigger. I want to make the whole city a little more space. On a Wikipedia page, but that reference flew over my head as well. There's no history in Italy, but in South Street 2, being threatened to have her kids killed, but she says she didn't care. She had wow. Said, I can just get more. great. Okay. Can you imagine if that's not even like any bigger? Can you imagine? Let's say hypothetical hill is like this big. Just known for numerous lovers after the death of her husband. Oh. Can start drawing like a little house. How do I do that? Let's look at this. Look how they draw houses over here. How do they do? Okay, those are like deep. Be more mansion-like. Like the idea would be like sort of square. And classic queen, right on the lowly subject. Looks like a plan. Drawing is too hard. How do people do this? How do people draw make things look good? I'm over here drawing like blots. This is too hard. I quit. I quit. He cries as he throws in the towel. He says, "Is this a towel? 'Cause I'm throwing it." And he throws it. Yeet, just like that. By the way, no, disclaimer never listens to what I say. Oh my god. Disclaimer never listens to what I say. Disclaimer was literally here when I said that I don't feel like turning back on all my VTube studio redeems. And then disclaimer just ignored that and went, yeah, there's no head patch, by the way. Toxic. I'm kidding. You don't have to say sorry. I'm just being mean. I'm just being a bully, okay? I'm just bullying you. Alright, you don't have to like actually apologize because then it's gonna actually make me look mean. I'm sorry. No, stop apologizing. No, you can't. No, stop it. Knock it off. Knock it off. What's wrong with you? This guy, it's like he never heard of not apologizing before. Like he never heard of not saying I'm sorry. What do you gotta, what's do you got to be sorry for? Huh? Got a guilty conscience there? You're apologizing like you murdered someone. Did you murder someone? I don't think you did. If you did, that'd be a crime and you'd go to jail for a long time. Fucking make the square for me. Make the squares for me. They're too hard. Too hard to make squares. Okay. So, like, the idea is, right, I'm like looking at the reference for how they draw the house. I can draw a house. That, and we can sort of have, I'm gonna look good until we have the shadow. Back. Be more straight. Yeah. Kinda like it. By unconscious the corpse is sleeping with the school of dishes. That's crazy. Amber's like, yeah, I do crime, but I'm only sorry when I'm not. I'm not trying to do crime, it just feels bad, man. Do this cool nifty little trick with the horizontal and the boom. Done. Boom. Check that out. Check that out. I'm a genius. Now, did I cook or did I cook? Quirky? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh. Doesn't look half bad. Like, obviously, you know, work in progress. Doesn't look half bad, you know? Kinda like it. Kinda like it. And I guess the next idea would be to create, like, city right? Go with this. What if I can create great green color? And pathways running through the city. Each of these towers should have a pathway, and then each of the tower should have a pathway, and the main gate should have a pathway. What if is creating a little gate here already? Like consistent with, but whatever. Guess we could use the line tool. This would actually be a very, very, very smart time to use the line tool. Control Z. Mash Control Z. Go back, go back, go back. Okay. Actually, would be a great time for the line. Alright. One. Yeah, I want to do this. One line. You can like smooth out the edges and stuff too later. I kind of imagine this might be like a sort of square sort of place, like where all of these things converge. Kind of round this intersection out. This might be like a little hub. Plaza. I need to name each of the towers. We can call it one of the towers, but this would probably be like whatever this tower is called, Plaza. Right. And then move out there. This one, I can imagine this, like there being a road like right there. And sort of gravitates around. It's like one of those things where you look at it and you're like, that's shady. That's weird. It's like a outskirt road that you can take, like like not a back alley, but like, you know, the equivalent, the high fantasy equivalent of a back alley, like a back road that like, I feel like no one would take it. Like there's probably not much stuff because it's around this hill that like has the main ruling house of the city is right there. Overlooking it. Probably also split off. Here. There's this place. Probably like starts a bridge. Like I'll probably go to from the entrance gate to the bridge. And then there's probably another path that leads over to this tower. And it probably has like a little split road from it. Like, it should be sort of a roundabout. Sort of like that. Do I like that? Do I like this setup for the roads? I don't know if I do. I do think I like this road that curves around here, but I don't know if I like the rest of these roads though. Freaking get rid of... I think I like the uniformity that this kind of has. Because this is sort of... This is like the city where... Big law city. Big judicial city. But I feel like it being more orderly with how its streets are would be very... representative of how it is. Of that core trait. Ooh. Yep, kind of like that. That's a lot more simpler. That's a lot more simpler and gets the point across. And we can probably even like add a couple of rows in the middle here. We'll probably do those with the brush. One right there. Right there. I like it. I might make the hill area a little smaller from the house. Just slightly. Depends on how big I want to make the... We'll probably determine it. Oh. Let's draw some little house. Okay. Let me look on the rough, on this rough that we were using. Kind of just like little squares. It would be more useful if I made like the thing bigger because I'm used to the more details. But I get the gist of the idea. Draw. Thing, make a little trim. Go, boom. The more square house. Just tough. It'd be like our basic like little population homes. Probably make them even bigger, but just like a basic sketch is what we're going for right now. Little trees here represent a park. Most tree you've ever seen. Bit of a old cane. Name names for each of these towers. No. Let's name the towers. Quick little intermission. Actually sketching and doodling. Just like a place of law. And what I'm kind of imagining is like how they work is I think one of these towers is probably like the court. Let's say like no, this central tower. This like more center one. Let's call this one the tower. Oh wow. Bigger cursor. What's that? Tower of arraignment. See if I can spell that word correctly. That's what you want. No, yen. Tower of Arraignment. And so, would that mean that this is like Arraignment Plaza if I call that one? Arraignment Plaza kind of goes hard. Tower of Arraignment. To call the other tower. First time chat. Friends, please remember the streamer that they're doing well, deserve the best, and they're loved and needed in the world. Oh, that's so sweet, Lorenzo. Thank you. That's very sweet. Shout out to you. You're cool. You're loved too. Right back at you, pal. Alright. This one. I guess very simply the Tower of Justice. One of them has to be the Tower of Justice, right? It's law safety. One of them's got to be the Tower of Justice. Is the other one the Tower of Law? Tower of Law, Tower of Justice, and Tower of Arraignment? I claim Tower of Justice because it doesn't imply anything that happens there. It's one voice actor sharing love to another. Hell yeah! Dude, I haven't worked on any voiceover stuff in so long. I miss it. I do at least enjoy that I get to do it when I read RPGs. That's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. Tower of Justice. Oh, this one. I feel like Law is too simple. I have the Tower of Law, but that's a place in One Piece. And a guy in One Piece. Can't let people know I like One Piece that much. That's the Tower of Justice. Imagine I spelled justice wrong. Probably did. I'm pretty dumb. This is the third tower. Well, I don't know, it could also be the second tower. But I hear you ask. In some ways, this is the main gate, so is this really the first tower? Ooh. It's got a really cool, mental image. This should definitely be a straight line. Because it's you enter in through the main gate of the city, and they take you through the city and march you through to the Tower of Arraignment, where your fate will be decided. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. Power of... So, one of my players, for those who know of him, Lachlan Star Eyes, his character's name is Prosper, and I'm like, what if as a bit I call this the Tower of Prosperity? Because it'll totally be a funny bit. Everyone will go oh my gosh, it's his tower. So I'm thinking, the idea of having laws, right? The idea of having laws and having a justice system is so that a given place, like given country, given city, given town, can, in a way, the objective of it is to create peace, right? Create peace and prosperity. So you have a tower of justice, a tower of, arraignment. You have the tower where 2 towers that enforce the justice, and then you have a tower named after the goal of that, which is prosperity. I'm not sure what they would do then. I've thought of the idea for 2 of these towers, like the Tower of Justice is probably one where a lot of the guards stay. It's like probably a guard outpost of sorts. Flash prison, probably too. There's probably a prison underneath the Tower of Justice. Oh wait, no, that would be interesting actually. What if the prison's under the Tower of Prosperity? That would kind of be like a little twisted and interesting, wouldn't it? But it's like it's a Tower of Prosperity, but you got people locked up down there. I think that's interesting. I think that's a good concept. Now watch me misspell this word too. We're gonna spell check me after this. Prosperity. I'm positive that's not how it's spelled. I'm so sure that's not how prosperity is spelled. Well, okay, let's see. Let's see if I'm 3 for 3. There's no way I spelled justice wrong. Okay, chat. I sincerely hope if I spelled any of these right, it was justice. Okay, I did spell prosperity correctly. I did it. I did it. I'm not stupid. I did it, chat. Now let's see if I spelled justice right. I'm pretty sure I need to make sure, because it'll be really funny if I check it and I don't, and I didn't. Justice. I had to check, because then I was like I was just joking about that. I was like, wait, fuck, what if I actually did? Arraignment's the actual one that I'm not sure if I spelled it correctly. I think I did, though. I'm pretty sure arraignment is spelled like this. Yeah. Arraignment. The Tower of Arraignment. Actually, I already have an idea of a scene that takes place in the Tower of Arraignment. Because one of my players thought it'd be a smart idea to Lachlan Star Eyes thought it would be a smart idea to pop a zone of truth on someone in public. And in his defense, I had an NPC do that to them, but the entire idea was that he was like, this NPC that did it to them, this antagonist, was a cocky idiot. And so he didn't care about the consequences of his actions because he didn't believe it. He didn't believe in the concept of consequences, right? This is a bad idea. He also did it to the people who live in this house, right? People who live in this justice town. Just about to record my first audiobook. Yo, good luck. Best of luck. Exciting. Very exciting. I should flip this around. It doesn't make any sense. I'm looking at this mansion now and I'm like, why is the entrance facing the river? I guess it'd be more difficult to infiltrate. Would maybe be the idea of like forcing anything to walk around the whole wall. But at the same time, if there is an attack, it makes it harder to escape. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It makes it a little harder to penetrate, but like if someone's jumping over the back wall, they're gonna jump over the back wall if it's not defended well. Probably to the side is probably the best answer, because it should be oriented more like. I'm just gonna draw on this layer. I don't care. I like that. That's how I should have oriented it, so that it's like facing that way, and that's where the entrance is. That'd probably make more sense. Ooh, okay. no momentum. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. Awesome. Man. On the topic of voiceover stuff, some of the only official voiceover work I've done, which I'm only comfortable talking this on my VTuber channel because of the thing, is for a mobile game that EOS. But I loved it. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I loved the game. Like, I didn't love it like it was a good game, but I loved doing it. It was fun. The game was cute. It was alright. It was a gacha game. And the gameplay of it was kind of it was kind of bad. But I liked the character designs enough. My main issue with the gameplay is it was just like not my thing. It's one of those games, like it's kind of like an auto battler, I think would be the word. 'Cause it's not like a proper turn-based RPG. It's like your characters will have their turn when they have their turn, and then you activate their skills. Sort of deal, sort of style, which is not my thing. I do not like that kind of RPG. I didn't personally like it, but it was fun enough, and the characters were cute. And my character had a mechanic that was RNG based and messed up. It was broken. It was broken. That's what I remember. The character I voiced, I got him, and I was like, oh my god, I'm broke. I am busted. I love it. One of those situations where 2% was 100%. And you just won. I loved it. I loved just randomly doing 1,000,000 damage. I was like, this is the most satisfying thing ever. And what's up? What's up, fan? How have you been? How have you been? How's it going? How's it hanging? Look, we're creating a city and it only looks a little shit. Only looks a little poopy. A little stink. I do think this is a good start. This at least has my ideas better. I think what I might do is take this. Been good. Great. Had a really good week break. Let's go. I think I might take this, honestly, and like, it'll be harder to do on physical paper. But I think I might prefer doing on physical paper, first. Cause I don't know, for me, for some reason, I don't know, maybe this is like the part of me that's a slightly old man, 25, slightly old man, not that old, but like where I'm like, no, I like the pen and paper more. I think it's just because of what I'm used to. I also be like a texture thing, like a weird texture thing for me, where it's like I can't be comfortable drawing unless I have the feeling of the pen and the paper. And like, I thought getting a nice tablet with a screen that I could look down would like mediate it, like regulate my dislike of it, but it really doesn't. Is this a walled city? Yes. I have not fully drawn the walls, but the city does have walls. I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if the city is more like this. There's these walls. I wonder if there's two sets of walls. Like, not final, but I wonder if that's how it is. Not in thinking about it. It might be like there's like the city center, and then there's the outskirts of the city. In the right corner has two, yeah. I'm using the map up here is a reference I'm using. So currently this is just completely vacant. I think that might not be a bad idea, honestly. Of like having, I'm gonna move the name of all these towers. Having like sort of extra walls. Layer of defense. Because I think the idea, because the city is a city of law, like this is where this country like sends prisoners to, for the most part. Like obviously they have other places to hold people and like judge them, but this is like the main headquarters of like, if someone's a major criminal, they're sending them to this place. They're sending them here, and this is where they will go for the rest of their days, most likely. If you're getting sent here, and this is where you're being put on trial, either you're from this city, or you've done a crime so bad that they're going to. Let me put the names back up. They're gonna send you the Tower of Arraignment, led by guards from the Tower of Justice. And they're gonna take your ass right to the Tower of Prosperity, where you either get executed or put underground for life. I think that's sort of how I'm imagining the Tower of Prosperity. Is because my thought process of it, wait, Australia? The Tower of Australia. No, like more like this is. Like, kind of think sort of how Fontaine is presented in Genshin, in a way. to draw the, like, most immediate comparison that comes to my head. Sort of similar to that, but, like, less water. There's only this river that runs through it, which I might even make smaller. In comparison to everything else, it's a rather big river. It was the first thing drawn, so that is sort of how it ended up being the size it is. You imagine they throw some of them in the river? God. Ooh, I'm thinking, what if the Tower of Prosperity has like a platform that juts out from it? And on that platform is like the gallows. Like they have like a spot to publicly execute people coming from the Tower of Prosperity. I just love the idea of it having the most pleasant of the three names and being the one that's the most terrifying, the one you don't want to go to. Like you're like, oh, it's the Tower of Prosperity, it's probably nice. No, this is where they keep all the prisoners and execute people. The Tower of Prosperity is basically a prison. This is what I'm sort of imagining. Yeah, I think having a second set of walls makes sense for the city. Like they have their first set of walls. But like, cause I'm imagining between the three towers, there's like a word come to me, a walkway of sorts. I don't know what the name is between like two parapets. Where's parapet the word? Is parapet the word I'm looking for? Would that be a parapet? I don't know. But basically, path between the towers. So like, essentially if a criminal is being led through there, their feet would never touch the ground. Sort of thing. Like, you'll never touch the feet of this area, and then they get to look over this city and be like, damn. Like it's like a nice city, and they're like, damn. Damn, I'm never gonna get to see the outside ever again. Because they're leading me to the Tower of Prosperity. Either to be executed or kept underground forever. Which has implications for the event that are gonna take place here. Because essentially, let me check Mix It Up. I need to stop Mix It Up real quick. Okay, never mind, I can't say something. I can't talk about the events that are actually gonna take place here. No, because he's probably seen ReZero Season 3. So you'd know what I'm talking about immediately. You know what I'm talking. Even saying that much, you probably would know what I'm talking about if he's paying attention. I don't know if he is. I'm not gonna say his name because he definitely pay attention. But yeah, think about ReZero Season 3, and that's what's happening, basically. And so it does bring up like something interesting, of like. If the Tower of Prosperity gets captured in the planet, that would be a very dangerous situation. Because you have all these dangerous prisoners and criminals now. I'm like sort of thinking of it as like Impel Down, but in the dirt. Impel Down in One Piece, but the dirt. That's the Tower of Prosperity. Like I'm sort of imagining. I'm gonna make a new image. Sure, I can use the same thing. Like I'm sort of imagining like you come down, like this is the Tower of Prosperity, right? Like has, you know, like an execution platform maybe. Or hangman. little hangman on it. But and then like underneath it is like a single small elevator shaft that then opens up to like this big cavernous prison that's like you don't fucking get out of here type shit. I don't know if this would how it will look, but I'm like very rough sketching it. You know, like lead down here. You'd go in there, never come out, never see the light of day again. Think of the devil. I'm a Canadian. Thank you for the care package. You want to Canadian sneak peek at where a location in the future of the campaign? I've not finished it yet. I don't know how much it'll change. I don't know if I'll like eventually be like, this is too much, and I'll just make it in a map maker anyway. Might happen. I do want to make it its own map because I will never be able to find a city that's triangle shaped. And I want a city that's triangle shaped. That is my vision for this city. It is shaped like a triangle. It is the city of law. It definitely, I see. Yes. I think the inspiration though, I do think it's very apparent that I'm inspired by One Piece though with it. Because this is literally just Enies Lobby, fucking Marineford, and Impel Down. They are essentially all three the same thing. Except I do think the trials in the Tower of Arraignment are real. I do not think the Udex fucks around. I don't think he just goes, yeah, you're guilty. And all your jurors are people who want you to be guilty. Someone seriously think this is a story of love and be extremely disappointed. That would be a great bit. They're like, fuck, I thought this was a city of love. No, dude, that's like a day's trip south. You can't. No, there's no love here, only law. Only the cold iron grip of the law. What if it's the city of love and law? What if What if it's love in Lost City? You know? Huh. Yeah. I think it's a good starting sketch. Good starting idea. Good starting concepts. Got names for all the towers. I want to think logistically more about the Tower of Justice. I'm pretty good at after talking about the Tower of Prosperity. I like the idea of it being maybe even like falsely presented. Like maybe there's a small prison within the Prosperity Tower where they keep like quote unquote criminals. Like they're essentially paid actors so that no one knows how they actually do things down deep down below, deep down underground. They don't know the truth of the Tower. No, I feel like given the people who run this, they would want everyone to know the consequence. I don't think the Tower of Prosperity, I think that's as thick as the veil gets. Its name. Like, it's called the Tower of Prosperity, and the second you walk into it, you realize it's anything but prosperous in there. No one's prospering in the Tower of Prosperity. The Tower of Prosperity exists to make everyone else prosper. Tower of Rain. Tower of Rain, basically being the courthouse where they're judged. I had this really cool idea. I'm like partially okay with Canadian knowing about this. If he's listening in. My idea for the like court is so there's the spell Zone of Truth, right? I sort of have this vision for the courthouse to like have like a magic apparatus that casts a like special version of Zone of Truth where instead of like people can't speak falsehoods, if they speak a falsehood, they take damage. They take like psychic damage. Like it's physically painful to lie within the Tower of Arraignment. I like that idea a lot. I'm like imagining like a spectral gavel sticks out of the wall and like slams down on the person. Is how it visually looks when you lie within the tower. That's a different way to handle a Zone of Truth, isn't it? That reminds me where your brain literally starts to hemorrhage when you think violent thoughts. Ooh, it could be something like that too. It could have like a detect thought spell running too. Where it's like, if anyone's planning to do something nefarious within the Tower of Arraignment, it's like also a built-in security system for the tower. That's smart. That's fun. That's fun. Aww. Tower of Justice. I'm thinking, because I don't want the Tower of Justice to just be like guard hub. I don't want it to be cop central. Like, and that's all it is. I want the Tower of Justice to have essentially a function within this triad. I'm not sure what it is. Like, besides that, which doesn't not make sense for it, right? You have the place where law is delivered, you have the place where punishment is delivered, and you have a place where the arbiters of that punishment instead. Both City had a detect thought spell stealth cast over it, and the city is actually a surveillance state. Ooh. That's a good idea. It wouldn't even be the first city you guys have been to with a spell cast over it. Wouldn't even be the first one. That's the crazy part. Because I've already been to a city where there's a spell cast all over it. That'd be cool. So, here's my thought. Tower of Prosperity has something under it, right? It has the prison under it. Do the other towers have things under it? That would be my thought. Is it just the Tower of Prosperity? If there's a whole network down. I think I know what's under the Tower of Rain. I can't say anything more than I think I know what's under the Tower of Rain. Yeah. I like the idea of there being stuff under each tower. Tower of Arraignment has the thing that's under the Tower of Arraignment. Tower of Justice would have something. What if, like, it's like something crazy down there? They just have like a black dragon chained up, ready to let loose. Or like a golem or something. Like some kind of like thing to protect the city in case of like an attack on it. I like this idea. I like that idea. I think for now, I have at least made a good enough map to where I can like start thinking about the moving pieces of this story. Okay, fine. I'm back on. Gosh, I'll go in and turn the second person to ask. Oh, God. Guess I can do it. What'd you guys think of my thumbnail today? I made it, like, pretty quick, but I like it. You can check it out on Twitter. You've not. I could just throw it up here, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like it. Community, no, it's viewer reward. Viewer rewards. There, your head pads should be back. Your head pads should return. The tech thoughts spell over this city. I do like the idea of the Confederacy being this nation that is almost unafraid to do things that might be considered unethical. But like, I do think there's a certain amount of unethicality behind the tech thoughts over the entire city. I do think that's like an ethics thing, right? Like, that's a little fucked up to do. And I like the idea, because in one of the cities, right, there's the Navy. And the Navy is established to be kind of not corrupt, but like they sort of take it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and execution. Right? Which Anyway, don't think too much about how they take it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and execution, and how that might put them at odds with a different house, who might take issue with a certain aspect of being the judge and the jury and the execution. Don't worry about it. But I sort of like the idea of the like the main cities of the Federacy of sort of having secrets almost. Because Marion probably had its own secret, which is one of the towns that actually one of the PCs is from. He is from the noble family who's the head of that town. And like they have their secrets, right? They worship the god of the sea, right? Well, they got their old man who made a pact with the god of the sea, and that's why PC is a tiefling. Is due to that pact. So I like the idea of each having the secrets, and like the City of Lost secret being that the reason why it is such a clean place is because they take such heavy precaution into making that a thing. I like that a lot. It is definitely an interesting concept. I'm thinking so much about it. I'm thinking so much about it and how to connect it to other things. Ooh, this is a good idea. But I do like the idea of this city being like almost falsely perfect. Like the criminals only ever come in from outside of Tri-City, which is the name of this city. They're never in that city, right? And it's because whenever there's somebody who might have a thought, a criminal thought, they're immediately escorted to the tower and persuaded. No questions asked. Like, just like kidnap you from your house in the middle of the night. For prosperity, you know? Which does make the family in charge of this place sound very evil. Very evil and corrupt. Which in a way, I kind of want to balance with this family. I sort of want their balance to be like, they are kind of corrupt, but they're not like out to be evil. They're not corrupt for the sake of, you know, living and not paying attention to their citizens. They're trying to prevent crime before it happens, and that in itself is its own problem. Right? Their idea of their city is, hey, like the best way to create a prosperous society is to stop crime before it even happens. So if we do this, we stop the crime before it happens. And we might not be able to do this for the entire continent, entire country, but we can at least do it for within the walls of our city. Ugh. Oh, I'm thinking of so many different things now. Oh man. Also, hi Aka. Hi bestie. Okay, I'm holding in my will to not spend $150. Holding in my willpower. I'm telling you, I probably would have. If I had it, I probably would have. Spend it on me so I can get you. It wouldn't buy you 300 rolls. What are you talking about? It'll only buy you like 100. Which is really sad. You wouldn't get nowhere close to you. Why are you putting the Illuminati in your fantasy game? What the? It's a triangle, Elrad. So I proc my pity on you and then spark. Man, easy grind. You know, Aka, if I had $150 to throw at you, I would. But I don't have $150 to throw at myself. I think triangles are cool, Elrad. That's my answer. I think the idea of a city shaped like a triangle was cool. Cause like, my first thought for the city was to have it shaped like a square, which is boring, but also like a very rigid shape and makes sense for like, you know, the law land, law state, law, justice, order. But then I was like, no, I like the triangle because it's sharp and it's like, you know, point, aggressive. And I was like, what if it's shaped like a triangle? Also for reasons related to the plot of the quests that take place there. In the storyline that takes place. The events and schemes of the antagonists. Work out a lot better if there just happens to be 3 towers instead of 4. And it gives me a lot less legwork. Okay, we win these. You're right. We win being poor. And against the schemes of evil people and triangles. Yeah. I like how it's looking so far though. You will get Shu and I will win you. Yes. Yes. Good. The Yu skin is so cute. The Yu skin is so cute. Let me show. I'm just gonna grab the image from my feed, not even show the full skin. Well, the triangle is certainly more stable state or something like that. I don't remember alchemy. That's the sole reason I want him. Look at him. He looks like he just had his first thought. Does he even know he exists? Does he even know? God. Look at him. Look at this little guy. Little tiny guy. What is that from? It's from Arctic. They're gonna send me to the opening commissions to please commission me. I need to spend money in Arctites. Please, Arctites, Arctites, Arctites. You baby boy. He's just a little 300-year-old guy. I think my favorite part of his event is how he flip-flops from I'm baby to I am grandpa, grandmaster's shisho of all chefs. I will teach you everything. I am the master chef. I am also babe. Second he gets in front of any of his siblings, baby mode activates. Second he's in front of anyone younger than him, I am literally, I know your grandfather. It's his energy. He's so funny. I adore him. I adore this little guy. He's a silly little guy. He's a silly little guy. Get out of here, you. I should show the full. Let me show the full outfit. Yeah, let me pull that up. You Mark Knight. Backing out. I'm excited for him to get his third. I'll get that one too. I kind of low-key hope his third is based off his outfit. Where I know technically it's just him not wearing his coat, but like I want him to have the headband. I want the headband. I want you with his headband. I don't even care if it's the same outfit. I just want him with the headband. I think he looks cool. I think he looks cool when he wears his headband. Better not get a third before shoot. They can get it at the same time. get it at the same time, Aka. There we go. There's the full outfit. Oh wait, OMG, wait. Matching thirds like Dusk and Yin's new skins match? Exactly, you see the vision. I mean, it could fit, because like, Shu's thing is grand and stuff, right? Like harvesting and stuff. And he's food. He's food boy. He's chef boy. Like, they kind of do have like an equivalency there. Look at him. Look at the boy. We love the Sui. We love Sui. Shout out you, Arknate. I'm excited for Wang's second outfit. That's what I'm excited for. That's definitely a cop immediately. Unless it looks like absolutely garbage. I hope he's cute and pink in his second outfit. I wanted his second outfit to have a completely different vibe. Boom. Let's show Shat Wei Chi, man. Why is he so tiny? Give me a bigger picture. Wangathan. John Wang. Hello, my name is John Wang. They call me Mr. Wang. Wanganai. Wanganai. Look at this guy. Look at this Giga Chad chat. Look how cool he is. I love how, like, from this angle, he doesn't look as spooky, and then, like, the back shot of his glare down makes him look so nefarious and evil. But also cool. I like Wang. I think Wang is awesome. I love Wei Chi, man. Back shots. Freudian slip. Wang back shot. Yeah. Over my house, right? Yeah. Just populate this town with buildings. And it'll already start to look more like a little city. Okay, I'm doing math. I'm doing math. Hope you're doing well doing that. Math man. Math there. Math there them. Madame. Matham. They call them Matham. Matholomew. Matha. Mepta. placing these buildings in random places. Just to fill up the map a little bit. Yeah. I think there's so many thoughts in my head that I want to write. So I'm gonna write stuff down a little bit while we start this map. Or should I put you and Wang back up here? You guys can stare at you and Wang a little bit. Let me just resize them. You can look at both. Become smaller, Wang. There we go. Look at the boys. Look at Buzz. There we go. Use skin covers up less of Wang, and then Wang's big little like glitch thing. There we go. Look at the guys. The boy. And like how it looks like the gust of wind is like smacking Wang's dragon form. Alright, a little bit. Leave in the background. I want to jot down notes. Notes now that I have these ideas, while I still have these ideas in my brain, before I forget them, because I do that all the time. The Tri-Tower Committee. That's the name for the 3 towers. And you've heard all 3 of them at once. They're the Tri-Tower Committee. welcome back from the eye. Hey, hey. Bum, ba, bum, ba-da-dum. I am thirsty. How's everyone doing though? While I'm writing stuff out. Okay, just trying to download Gray's Point. I've heard of Gray's Point, but now I'm like, what the heck's Gray's Point? Five you tools. Find me something scary. Respawn is an Elden Ring overhaul that makes it Bloodborne. Ooh, interesting. I see. I see the name. I get the name. Would that really be the next thing that's after that? Blood Ring does sound a lot better. I can agree with that. I am disappointed. I don't want this to be it, like. I wish. I want an air elemental of some sorts. that's stronger than a Myrmidon. I think Myrmidon's just the peak. I think that's it. Like, besides one other thing above it, I think Myrmidon is the peak. Just a little unfortunate. I don't want it to be the peak. What I'm learning is that elementals have a very, very small window before they become way too fucking strong. I was like hoping there was like a third tier. To me, like Myrmidons feel like the second. I was hoping there was a third tier and then a fourth tier. But I think he just jumped straight up to the top tier after Myrmidon. Disappointing. Disappointing. I wanted more. Man, I need to get back on Elden Ring. I don't know why I keep stopping. Just keep stopping. How is this air elemental different than the old elementals? Why is there like a different one for... Huh. Why are there two? Oh, there's one. Second. This'll chicken? What the hell? Not really it though. For air stuff. Yeah, disappointing. I wanted more. I wonder if I just look up air, how many different things pop up. But there could also be is construct the type of creature? Yes, it is. There might be like a wind-based construct I could use. Something that's like in like a middle ground of sorts. No, I don't want to have anything like that. Living Blade of Disaster. That's what I just read. Ooh, that could be something interesting for them to find. Okay. I feel like there's a typo or a misprint in Air Elemental stat block. Because, okay, it's like a lot of creatures that are higher CR, right, will have the text resistance, and then it'll say bludgeoning, slashing, piercing from non-magical, right? Air elementals are different in the fact that they have the text bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. That's it. That's all it says. Which would mean, going by how it is written, that it purely resists those types of attack. Which is to say, that it does not matter if they are magical. Which would seem to imply, right, that also, I need to know how CR is calculated. I'm looking at this monster stat block, and it is 10 times more terrifying than a fellow CR7 monster that can do way less. How do they determine? How do they determine CR? I guess this thing has a lower AC and a lower movement speed and lower health. So I guess that makes a lot of the difference. But its damage is crazy high. It has a crazy high DPS. Ooh, but I like that. Ooh, there could also be a couple of hits. I wish there was like a different version of this that was more of what I would want. I mean, you could always say, Ken, you can just make it the thing you want it to be. But that's not what I want to do. Is my response. I don't want to do that. Ooh, I actually love these 10. I would love to play around with the idea of no longer caring that my party hasn't played plus 2 attacks. I don't care. Here's this thing that's insane and doesn't have any AC. It doesn't need it. Lunar, thank you for the raid. Welcome raiders. My name's Kamawadi, Adventure from Another World. I stream a variety of games, including the gacha games, JRPGs, and first-person shooters that I'm really bad at. I think that sounds cool to you. Leave a follow. And sometimes I just sit around chatting and talking about D&D and other things I'm working on. This is you and Wang from Ark. But if I take them away, I can show you what we've been working on, which is not. But first I want to ask, how is Streamloon? How is the Final Fantasy? How is the Final Fantasies? Hi Dakota, hi Lunar. Hi. How's it going? I hope Stream was good. I hope Stream treated you well. I'm currently discussing stat blocks. I'm looking to populate a certain area with enemies. Stream was good, we got to this too, let's go! I have Final Fantasy, I think 8 on the PS1. That I was given it. And I've been like considering, I'm like, do I want to like see if I can find a way to stream it? My issue always is that hooking up, I mean like there's a thing I can buy to make it look a little better. But hooking up and streaming PS1 games always looks a little worse than just emulating them. And there's a certain bit that I'm bummed about for that. Where it's like, I wish it could look as good as I want to without having to emulate it. Like, I wish emulating it didn't just make it look better. You know? And so, like, because of that reason, it's basically pointless for me to play it physically. No. But it also might be something I can play by myself. Then I update on how cool and sexy Squall is. I think that's the one with Squall, right? Mr. Gunblade. I like that guy. He's cool. I remember him from Kingdom Hearts. That's my context for him. I know him from Kingdom Hearts and I thought he was cool. I was like, this is the coolest guy ever. I want to be him when I grow up. When I grow up, I want to be Squall. I don't know if I accomplished that. I don't think I did. I feel like I didn't in all honesty. But maybe one day. Maybe one day I can be as cool as Squall. Even if Squall is a very silly name. Even if Squall is a very silly name. Yeah, Lunar and Raiders, if you do need to get food, get water, get rest. We're going for a little bit longer. I'm thinking I will be raiding out into a certain person. I do not know if they're alive yet, but I'll probably be raiding into them when they are. But we'll be sticking around for a little bit longer. I am currently working on some writing stuff, and I don't want to put the text on the screen in case one of my party members looks into Shreen and like sees exactly my DM notes. That would be bad. Because they'd see everything. I don't have like crazy spoilers up yet, but I also don't want my notes fully formulated. I'm gonna refer to them as something different. I'm gonna call them storm golems. How about that? They're storm golems instead. I'll probably adjust this slight block stat block slightly, so that it's a little bit more of what I want. Unless there is a storm golem out there. No, there's a lot of types of golem. I don't think any of them are called the stone golem or storm golem. There's definitely a stone golem. And one, I actually love the idea of this guy just being able to pocket summon one of these creatures, even though it's a CR7. Even though it's a CR7 creature, and the idea of someone just being able to pocket summon a CR7 creature is terrifying. But I also think terrifying encounter. Terrifying encounter I put down in a place. Can't wait. Okay. Power of justice. Bum bum ba da bum. Bum 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 do 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 do. bum bum ba 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 da 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 da. And the criminal. Da 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 da. Bum bum ba da ba da ba da ba. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Oh well, who's listening? Who's listening and is going to think of the context of that? think I have the details of what each of those 3 towers do and what is under them, right? And now I need to think. So, got the idea of like spell being cast over the whole city. So essentially create a like psychopath type situation. Is sort of what I'm thinking about. That was what was immediately coming to my mind, but it like escaped the tip of my tongue. It'd be like psychopath, where like they deem whether or not you are committing crime based off the detect thought spell purely, and whether you're going to commit crimes comes to us mostly the problem. And I decided that that's sort of what the Tower of Justice is for. Is like, it's the more friendly prison, in a way. Like, the Tower of Prosperity is the bad prison where they send the criminals who are never going to see the light of day again. But, the Tower of Justice is where they send the people who, like, stole an apple from John the Merchant. John the Grocer was selling an apple and they stole it. That's where they send them. They send them to the Tower of Justice. They don't even have to actually steal the apple from John the Grocer. They just have to think about stealing the apple from John the Grocer, and they're gonna get his ass. They'll get his ass if they think about stealing from John the Grocer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking. So, the idea is that the party is going here for something that's not actually the main goal. Or like it's sort of the main goal, but it's like the objective of the quest will truly be revealed, yada yada yada, once they're there. Once they're there, they'll realize what they're actually doing. I need to think of what they're doing for. I have an idea. I think I'm gonna use. So there's sort of 2 major antagonistic forces. I think I'm gonna use one of the antagonistic forces as sort of the bait, in a way. Like, there's sort of the reason they're coming there, and then it just so happens that the other group is using this opportunity to do what they want to do. Oh, this is mean. Oh, I'm mean. I'm a mean person. I'm a mean person. If anyone in the party is listening, know that I'm doing something mean. And oink oink, it has something to do with abusing game mechanics and being mean by abusing a game mechanic that you have faith in. A game mechanic that you would trust to never be interrupted. A game mechanic that you would trust me not to. Well, no, because no, I like it. It's a funny bit. The funny bit, and I think in that one I've always ran it as giving you guys the full benefit that you would normally get. Do you know what? I'm gonna do it and I won't feel bad. I'm gonna do it and I won't feel bad. be a word to use here? God, what are these dudes' names? That's it. Forgetting the word. Forgot the name. I forgot the word. Right. Like the guy from Honkai Star Rail, Argento. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun. Do, 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 do. I have to think why a certain person would be unaware of something that they should totally be aware of. a terrible thing for them not to know about. Now to think of why they don't know about it. I guess there is a simple explanation. There's a simple person who fixes this problem in my campaign arc. Think of the name of this guy. I'm just gonna call him this. Yo, welcome in, Ren. Thank you for the cool sunglasses. Support to lurk and grab dinner. Have a great one, Ken. Yeah, thank you. Good food. From the cavern. Awesome. Awesome. I think the only things I need left, I have now the basic idea of what's going on in this play. I think the only things left I need to do is finish up the map a little bit more. Get the other landmarks down, because there's obviously more than just the Tri-Towers and the manor of the noble family that lives here. I think after that I'm done with this, and I'm excited, because, so basically originally, when because I've done runs of this campaign, my homebrew campaign in the past, helpful tips and tricks of how to run a good homebrew world. Just keep doing the same world over and over again. You'll be able to develop it better. That's my tip and trick. Keep working on it and keep honing it, and it'll get better and better. But basically, before this quest was a silly, very goofy quest where they were trapped in this town, and essentially the gag was it was kind of like a killing game, but no one was actually dying because there was a person faking it, and they were taking you to the like actual mass, and then the person who was helping set up the fake was gonna take the party to the actual like bad guy behind it. And there is an element of that still within this version, but now like it's more of a different situation entirely, and I think it works a lot better as like a story, because there's a full chance that like, hey, I plan on the party going to one of the towers. Like that's the tower I planned them to go to, but they're totally able to go to either the other two towers during this event. Now, might I just move something around and re-justify something? The old DM trick? The old meme of the cow, the illusion of free choice? Maybe. But I don't think I'll be able to, because the way I'm going to present this is it's going to already describe who's in what. But I think it could be interesting. Because, like, maybe each tower they don't do would have a different consequence of not doing it. But I don't know. I'd have to think of it through. But it's interesting. It's fun. But I do think I'm going to wrap up. That is going to be it for me. Thank you guys for coming. This was a lot of fun. I might do another one of these streams. Where I sort of build on the idea of a city. And this time it might be like, it might be a city that's so far into the later part of my notes where I don't have to really think about it. Or it might be a city that like I've already made, but I want to develop a little bit more so that I have a better idea of its themes and what goes on in it. Because like now I have a pretty good like idea of this lost city and how under normal circumstances it functions. Yeah, I am going to send you guys over to my goat, who I'll probably be joining soon. McCanadian. Do say hi to him. Do let him know that he's the goat, and that I love him and appreciate him. And you know, give him one of these. And thank you guys once again for coming, hanging out with me. An advertisement is starting. What the fuck? Whether you're following, not following. If you're not following, then you're in an ad right now, probably. But if you're not following, follow. Come on. Or if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Keep watching. Watch more VODs. I know I'm not the most, entertaining. Maybe you'll laugh a little bit on my VODs. So nice background noise. Who knows? Maybe you'll watch Tales of Legendia. Hear hoo-ha, eat this. A whole bunch. But I appreciate you guys for watching. If you got more adventures going on, stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. And if you're feeling tired like I am, or hungry, head to bed, get some food, get some rest, get some water, stay hydrated. So we got more adventures to go on tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll be doing more Arcane with Canadian stuff. So, yeah, that. Bye bye.
Ken Lamadia.